Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to another 2023 Project Orchids video. These are posted on Fridays. The set consists of 8 orchids that were voted for by yourselves, and my only Paphiopedilum came in at number 4, and in the sequence of me deciding which order they're going to go into, ends up being orchid number 4. So it was voted 4th and it comes in at number 4. That's coincidence. Now, I propose to gently lift this out of the pot today, and depending on what I see, because it will be the first time since I bought it that I've looked in the pot, I will decide what to do for the rest of the season based on what I see. Now, first things first with Paphiopedilums, I don't particularly like the green-leaved big strappy things that take up oodles of space. They don't appeal to me. The genus as a whole doesn't appeal that much to me because they're so slow growing under normal circumstances. But I do like the patterning on these type. Now this is Paphiopedilum Black Jack. It was bought in bloom and hasn't done anything since. So let's have a good look at the plant itself. This is the growth that bloomed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a bit leaves. I don't count that as a leaf because it's the leaf that surrounded the flower spike. So that bloomed with 5 leaves. So let's have a look at the rest of the plant then. We've got a growth here that's got a... Well, I hadn't noticed that until I'd picked it up. It's got a new growth coming. Right, so that probably confirms that the one it's growing off of is not going to bloom. However, it's growing off of an older growth that is not the one that's bloomed. It looks like a new growth, but I'm not sure it is. We'll wait and see. But this growth here has got a silly little leaf and 3 full-size leaves, but it is growing another one, which would give it 4. So whether that's enough to produce a spike or not, I don't know. And then the other little one over here, that's got a little leaf again, 2, 3, 4, and is also growing a new leaf. So we've got 3 growths in total, one of which has got the most leaves on and has bloomed. It's got 2 other growths that appear to be growing because they do have new leaves coming out. Whether that new leaf on either of those 2 would bring it up to sufficient size and strength to produce a spike or not, we'll have to wait and see. Now, these speckly ones are traditionally treated as warmer growers than their green-leaved cousins. That's not across the board, but it's a pretty good generalisation. Now the problem with that is that obviously I don't necessarily have the temperatures for this to do well. But what I won't get is the extremes of heat that I used to get in the other place, which I think actually pulled the ones that I did have down. They never grew that well in the other place. So they don't like extremes of light, they like gentle light, and basically if their roots get soggy they will rot. It's a matter of getting to know your plant. But I don't want to get to know my plant, I want to see what's going on. So first of all, let's see if we can lift this out without making a mess all over my black cloth. Chances are the media is going to fall all over the place and it won't be connected to the root system. Okay, so what we've got is a lousy root system in soggy media. So I'll gently put that back on top. Give it a shake so that it loosens up, and that will allow a drying process to start, and that will now get a repot. Now that's going to be filmed obviously because it's a project plant, but the video of me repotting that, the repotting can't wait 2 months until this is due to be filmed again. That can't happen, so I shall probably get on and repot this in the next day or 2. And we'll just have to hope that it can generate some roots, because the roots on it are not very good at all, and there aren't many. So it's not in a good state below ground. What we can hopefully do is recover that by getting it in some more suitable media that doesn't stay soaking wet like this does. Could well have been in this pot a while, you know, to have grown, to have 3 growths on it and have got to blooming size. It could have been in there some time. So I will get it repotted and store that video away for when it's this one's turn in, you know, in 2 months' time. When it comes round to plant number 4 again, the video will already be done in advance and it will be the repot. So there we go. I was expecting better from that, I must admit, but that came from Burnham's, I believe. So yes, it came from Burnham's, but it won't be one of Sarah's own grown plants. It will be one that have been bought in, probably in bud or even in bloom, to sell immediately. So from Sarah's point of view, it's bought to sell. So what's going on underground, she's not bothered about. That's the way the business works, unfortunately. Her own plants in the nursery are looked after pretty good. So, you know, when it's one of her own plants, you can safely say it'll be pretty good stuff. But in the bought-in stuff, it's dependent on where it comes from. So there we go, relatively short 2023 Project Orchids video, filmed on Thursday today to be posted on the normal scheduled day for the Project Orchids, which is Friday. And we will continue with a video every Friday, every week, until we've done all 8 plants. And then I will look at the calendar to see where the Fridays fall with the dates in the future. And we may just carry on, we may have to have a week's break to get back on course. And I might even change the day. But at the moment we will continue. There's 4 more orchids to go. They will be on consecutive Fridays in no specific order compared with how they were voted on. So there we go, voted in at number 4 and orchid number 4 in the sequence. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.